Okay, so I've started recording. Hello, everybody. Welcome to another meeting with the Request Network team. I am actually I could start my webcam. Just let me quickly turn it on here. Hope it works. Hello, everybody. I'm Alex. I'm joined by my colleague Stefan, senior full stack developer. Say hello, Stefan.
Hey guys, how's it going?
And we're gonna Hi everybody, and we're gonna take a look at some of the hackathon projects that wanted some more feedback, some actionable feedback after the end of the year hackathon. We received, I think we received 10 requests to
Yeah,
provide
kind
feedback, and we gave feedback to 9 of them since one of them was not using Request Network at all. And when I say feedback, or actionable feedback, I mean mostly technical feedback, UI feedback, UX feedback, but not business feedback. So I'm not going to be able to tell you how you're going to turn your project into a multi-million dollar business. If you want that to happen, though, the first step would be to apply for a grant from us. So anybody who participated in the hackathon and hasn't done so yet, please apply for a grant, and we can certainly discuss how we can turn your idea, your dream into a multi-million dollar business. But until
of
then, let's see what are some things that we can do today or tomorrow, for example. So, Stefan, you wanna start?
yeah, for sure.
Go ahead.
Yeah, let's start first with request rate. Uh, so the team feedback on this is basically does nothing to do with request network, and it's not using our technology, so we don't have actual any feedback on this project. So yeah, I'm just gonna close it. Go to the next one. The next one is the Saturn time tracker. So yeah, the team feedback on this was to integrate conversion payments. So invoices can be denominated in fiat like USD, Euro. Yeah. So and also like this would be a great as a browser extension. Uh, there is utility on the phone, but it would be more. There would be more utility using as a browser extension or just integrated into platform or something like that. So yeah, that was the team feedback and more feedback on this, like the technical feedback. The actual GitHub repository could include automated continuous integration, continuous development pipelines to streamline the updates, uh, and also analyze the performance metrics in the live demo, like loading times and responsiveness should be fast. The UI UX feedback on this is a dark mode, like in customizable themes would make the actual tracker more visually appealing, and like filters would be also a good addition for sorting and categorizing tasks. Yeah, so like also enable instant invoice generation from tracked hours would be also good on the request API side. uh, Automate payments, like automate payment requests for completed tasks, like streamlining the whole freelance payments process. And yeah, like an example use case with this would be like a freelancer logs 10 hours for a client, generates an invoice, and seamlessly gets paid in crypto. So yeah, that's basically the team feedback on this project. Yeah, we can go to the next one. Next one is PayChunk. So team feedback on this, to consider using transferable receivable NFTs with an ERC 4626 token as vault, to issue ERC 20s representing like shares of the underlying invoices. Also, like consider using 0x splits to split payments to multiple recipients. Yeah, also the UI, it doesn't need an overhaul, but it needs a bit of an update. It's a bit off. Some of the stuff were not styled correctly. But yeah, I mean, it's a good start for a slick UI. So we just need an update. For some reason, creating the actual invoice token didn't work. I think that that's like creating the actual invoice or creating the request, but that didn't work. So yeah, more feedback on this, more feedback on the UI. So we can you could add the actual demo with real-world payment examples like event ticketing or like some gaming assets. Simplify the onboarding process with like create a first payment wizard, and it will be really easy for like, the first users to create something. Yeah, and also like use Request Network for automatic notifications to user when payment chunks are like due, so you know when to pay them. And also like add multi-chain support. Uh, and that's basically it for Request Network integrations. And for the like example use case, like a gaming studio allows users to pay for game development in chunks with NFTs representing the actual project ownership, like partial project ownership. So yeah, that's basically the feedback on PayChunk. Request mail, yeah. So yeah, the team feedback on request mail is basically um, so we strongly consider security implications of managing payments via email, especially authentication. So the emails must include signatures, proving they're authentic. We recommend like integrating conversion payments so business can invoice in fiat but make payments in crypto. I mean, the whole idea is nice. For efficiency and no manual work, we recommend adding like a WebSocket on the app or some kind of event so the app knows when we send the mail automatically and can send the funds seconds after we send the actual mail, so we don't have to do anything manually. Yeah, and also like on the coding side, the backend is really simple, and we recommend a bit of abstraction on the main backend file just to make the things more readable and ease of use. Yeah, also like more feedback on this. It would be good to implement email-based communication encryption protocols, for example, PGP or end-to-end encryption. Also, like adding webhook support for integration with external tools like Slack or Discord. Yeah, on the UI side, the absence of a demo link like hinders feedback on user flow. Like prioritize adding a public demo as well because we didn't have a demo. Um Incorporate a visual indicator on like pending, accepted, or rejected requests. For the security, we actually thought of offer zero knowledge proof options for like confidential mails to ensure neither party's private data is exposed. Like enable multi-factor authentication for user accessing sensitive requests. Also, like usability improvements could be add integration with popular email services like Gmail or Outlook for wider adoption. And also like developing a browser extension for one-click request network invoicing from email clients. So that's also a good idea. And like an example use case for this would be a lawyer sends a confidential invoice to a client. The client confirms the payment directly from the email and with the actual on record on chain. So yeah, that's basically request mail feedback on it. We can go to the next project. It's called Let's Fund. So a donation platform is an excellent use case for Request Network because it gives receipts for donations. Recommendation is to add a dashboard for users to view all their past donations. Also, like consider adding subscriptions like recurring invoices or recurring payments. With testing the platform, we had actually problems like verifying the account. That step did not work, and the API actually returned 401 unauthorized. Uh, Also, like the validations on the form, the image URL shouldn't be required when creating a charity. We could actually add a default one or something like that, and also like allow fund creators to launch DAOs where contributors can vote on spending funds or setting priorities. That's also a good feedback. So yeah, more feedback on this is actually to consider tokenomics to incentivize funders, such as rewards or like a staking mechanism. Also on the UI feedback, we have enabled users to explore active and passive campaigns through like filters and categories. Also, like integrating a progress bar would be really nice, like showing the funding goals to see where it's at and like to motivate contributors as well. Yeah, I mean, funding model could have like a better update, like add staking features for funders to earn rewards for supporting campaigns early. And yeah, I mean, the example use case for this would be like a startup runs a crowdfunding campaign, contributors fund the project in portions, and each depending on achieving specific development milestones. So yeah, I mean that's basically the feedback on Let's Fund. The next one is Invox. Yeah, so the team feedback on this is to look into decentralized automation like Chainlink automation and Gelato or smart wallets for implementing recurring payments. So yeah, also like there's a bit of UI UX updates that we can add. I mean, when not logged in, the dashboard shows a loading loop, and that doesn't happen occasionally, but it does happen. We actually could not create a business. The user should see if he doesn't have enough funds to do the specific transaction, because it happened that it happened that you can create. So yeah, the price for creating is like nowhere to be seen. We should you should add that as well, so the user should know like what's the price of the actual transaction. Subscription table is actually just showing all of the requests from the wallet, and also like the table is not updating when we pay the subscription, so we have to like go to the other page or just reload, and that could be an update for that. Yeah, I mean, more feedback on this is like include a way for users to export invoices in formats like PDF or Excel for accounting purposes. Ensure subscription billing logic supports like variable pricing models, example, tire pricing, usage-based billing. So yeah, I mean, on the UI side, also like display recurring payment schedules in a calendar view for better visibility, so the users can see the calendar like in the invoices in them better. I mean, yeah, that's basically feedback on the Inbox project. We can move on now. Yeah, so the next one is Hire Free. So feedback on this is that they should integrate conversion and swap to conversion payments so that invoices can be denominated in fiat. Also considering streaming payments as well. Problems we encountered were so if we have already created an invoice for the client, they should save that request ID and disable the button till the request is actually created, because we could create a couple of same requests while waiting for the confirmation. So that's not good UX. Also, it could cause bugs. Also, the notification bot is a nice touch, but we don't think it's needed. A better solution would be like a mail with a direct link to pay the invoice. Although that maybe wouldn't be on chain, the notification bot is on chain. So yeah, that's a nice touch. Yeah, I mean, more feedback on this. Like focus on latency issues if any arise with like large scale job listings that can happen. So yeah, on the UI side, provide freelancers with profile building tools such as portfolios or like skill badges. Also include analytic dashboards for clients to track hiring trends. And yeah, I mean that's all of the feedback we have for Hire Free. Yeah, the next project is Request Hub. Yeah, so the team feedback with this is to organize invoices in a table rather than cards. Cards mean you can only see three on screen at a time, whereas tables you can quickly see about 10 or even more. Also add charts for invoices and payments over time filtered by the client. Improve the accept and pending pie chart to include rejected, overdue, and other statuses of the invoice. And like add notifications for overdue invoices. Also, like for the credit score, I think it should be more detailed on how it's calculated. Also, we should take in consideration the rejected and voided invoices as well. Like on the navbar itself, there is no buttons to return to the actual to the dashboard or other pages. So when you go to any page, there is no navbar, so you have to actually click on the return icon on the browser. Also, like pending payments doesn't work because we had a lot of pending invoices, but none were shown. So yeah, on every invoice we see an invalid date that could be fixed as well. No button to actually change the current connected wallet, so that's also a feature to be added. Invoices list, when clicked on edit, it actually does nothing. Yeah, so filtering is buggy. It doesn't show the right invoices when filters are applied, so nothing is actually filtered. Yeah, the dashboard also could show the values in USD or another fiat currency instead of ETH. And yeah, that's basically it from the team feedback. We also have more feedbacks on the technical side. So ensuring a robust data validation before writing to the blockchain to avoid inconsistencies. A good feature would be add a plug-and-play SDK for developers who want to integrate Request Hub with minimal effort as well. UI feedback is provide a guided walkthrough for first-time users exploring data requests, or just like design a dashboard summarizing data requests, approvals, and rejections as well. So yeah, I mean that's basically the feedback for Request Hub. We can move to the other project. It's called Request Agent Protocol. So the feedback on this. So the first of all, we thought you should clean up UI to make it easier to navigate. Integrate conversion payments so the invoices can be denominated in fiat. We also had some problems with it. Its Sepolia is not supported, like nor any other Sepolia currency that we tried. Actually, like there were a lot of problems. Like none of the currencies were supported. Any currencies that we tried, like ETH or like some other currencies, it's Sepolia, like Faucet token as well. ERC20 tokens were not supported. So also, like when asked which currencies are supported, agents, like the actual agent defaults to the starting message, so it doesn't have any answers to that. Update UI, like for better user experience, make it more slick. Also, like adding a basic authentication for users would be nice, so it would be more, more secure, and like it would be more or less. And you could also like save the chats themselves to the actual user, so you don't have to create a new chart every time you go onto the platform. Yeah, we didn't have success with making any requests or even paying them. Also, like there was a bug, like when we tried sometime later to also like talk with the agent, the message wait for 2 seconds I'm preparing popped up continuously, so that's also a bug. And yeah, like there's a bug also when changing the wallet. there should be like a authentication on the wallet side or just a basic JSON uh, web token JWT for so that those bugs don't come again. Yeah. So on the technical feedback, uh, that was on the team feedback, but yeah, we have more feedback on this. So offer free pre-built integrations for popular frameworks like Node.js or Python. Like a UI feedback would be a visual configuration tool would make setting up agents easier for non-technical users as well. So yeah, all in all, that's the feedback for Request Agents Protocol. Let's go to the next one. It's Space. Yeah. So this is the team feedback on it. So Pace should integrate conversion payments. So invoices can be in fiat, while payments are still in crypto. Add an invoice dashboard where you can select all of the invoices to include in a batch payment. So focus on one thing first, like invoicing, then Talent Hub, then Marketplace, uh, and also add other things after you fund PMF on one of them. So yeah, I mean, also like on the base marketplace filters are not working, and the tables also not tables, the tabs are not working as well. Listing the products doesn't work. Yeah, like we said, the app focuses on a lot of things. You should focus on one of the things, perfect it as much as they can, and move on to the next feature. Uh, Also, like for example, when selecting each Sepolia, the network should also change to Sepolia as well. Yeah, I mean, on the that was the team feedback. More feedback on this is also like yeah, for some reason the dashboard is not showing all of the invoices. Uh, I guess if it's filtering by the builder ID, then that's okay. But if it's not, then there's a bug there. Also, like the technical feedback on it is to optimize the code base for gas efficiency, to minimize the transaction costs on the solidity side. Like consider supporting fiat off ramps to expand usability. On the US side, add interactive examples showcasing payment flows, like example subscriptions, one-time payment, and also like improve the demo with a quick start guide to make it like beginner friendly. And yeah, I think those were all of the feedbacks that we have for Pace. And yeah, that's I think all of the projects.
Thank you, Stefan. Thank you for
Yeah.
your time, and obviously thanks to the entire team for taking their time to look through all the projects. Just a couple more things to add. General best practices for everybody, so feedback for everybody that participated. Um, is my camera working? Did it ever work? No, it's not working.
Yeah, I don't think it's working.
I don't know why. It's sometimes when OBS is open, Discord has having some rough time with it. Okay. Um, so some general best practices for everybody that's listening or watching the recording. Please test under different scenarios, high traffic, network congestion, edge cases, fringe cases. Just test a lot. Yeah. Second best tip is to iterate frequently, yeah, as frequent as possible. Incorporate user feedback, and if you want user feedback, I recommend getting feedback from people that you don't know, people that have no idea what you built or what you can do. So strangers will give you the best feedback possible since they have no bias whatsoever. And last but not least, just be transparent, be open, or like do open communication about what challenges you have, what you have achieved. Share it with everybody in the Discord. Share your wins, share your problems, because you never know when you find the next co-founder or when you can find your solution to a problem. Okay, so open communication is super important, even though it seems like you need to keep it a secret. Collaboration is key sometimes, and especially in this industry. So those are my tips, and let's see if we have any questions. No questions. So if there will be any questions, I expect to have them in Discord. So again, if you're watching this or watching the recording, come over to our Discord and let us know what questions you have regarding the feedback that we
Yeah,
just gave. Cool, that's about it. So thank you for listening, and hi Danny, hi Jaco, and hi Prince. Congratulations on your win, Prince, and I'm looking forward to the grant application. If there's any questions, send me a DM. And yeah, thank you everybody who's been here, and see you at the next hackathon. Enjoy the
yeah.
winter holidays. Bye bye.
Thank you guys. Bye.